Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief, guys. Welcome to my Insta live on a very special day. All right, I just want to wish all the fathers, all the papas, all the dads an amazing, beautiful, happy Father's Day to begin with. Welcome to week 25. All right, guys, I want to do a big shout out to the early ones. Marwan, happy Father's Day. Alosnios, Sneha, Nabin, SS Official, Ibn Abbas in the house, happy Father's Day. Max Out Guru, Vicky Ras. All right, please wish your husband happy Father's Day. Hemawi, Savio Ruben, Ganai, Rejoy, how are you? Welcome to Insta Live. Don't forget to come and see me tomorrow. Lincoln Subudi, QNet Official, that's Rita. The V Official, Lorraine, what's up? Shushma, Jiva, Sweet, TVS, Mati. Adli Hassan, happy Father's Day. Muqtadir, happy Father's Day to you too, bro. Alright, Suha, Abdullah, Ekaterina Kononova. Привет. From Siberia, Russia. Right, Prakash, Pardeep Sanki, Hivzu 89. Lester loves you. Love you guys. Alright, Ahmad Al Khalifa, Tipa, please wish dad happy Father's Day. Kalai wish dad. Umesh Manikandan, Ajmal, Singh Bajan, Khan Mansoor, Bush Memon. Alright, Ishwarya Arjunan Abhishek, Born to Fly. Akani Kumar Marit, Gopi Kumar, Himanshu, Kajaralex, Rovi, Firoz, Bahuki, love you bro, 5S2D, Ravi Nayak, Vivek Scorpion, Messiah, Sun Mohammed, Nats, 4876, it's Rajesh, Jadian, Praveen, Rohit, Sati, you must be there, Sat, you always say you're there, I can't see you, but happy Father's Day. Alright, you're still a VPIC for half the world, so you're still a dad. Sashi Kumar, Shaishta, how are you? Hugs and kisses to Sana. Ilham Osman from Kenya. Priyanka Neji. Alright, Zul. Alright, Sama Hassan. Janu. Dim Special. Said. Assalamualaikum. Ravi Mamar Bashkar. Alright, Rohit, Dharmendra, Gag, Arvind, S. Kumar. Alright, I see you guys, all of you guys. So firstly, guys, happy Father's Day. I know sometimes we don't acknowledge or give enough recognition to the dads. As you know, I'm very partial towards mothers because I was brought up by a single mom. But if you watch my Instagram post, I posted a picture of my dad. Right, someone I never had the honor of knowing because I lost him when I was 3 years old. So I barely have like one memory deep in my subconscious mind about dad. But I heard so many stories growing up about my father, Senati Raja. And all I can say is today on Father's Day, I'm proud to be his son. I'm proud to carry his name. I'm proud for my son to carry his name. I'm so proud that I'm part of his legacy. And to all the fathers on the call today, all right, I truly appreciate what you do every day. All right, it is not easy being a dad. It's not easy being responsible. Okay, and most fathers take on a huge responsibility for the whole family. I'm not being sexist, I don't know how to say this, but the mother plays such an important role, the father plays such an important role. Both, I think, are equally important in a child's journey growing up. But for some reason, I think the fathers carry tremendous burden in providing for the family, as traditionally so. I know a lot of mothers today provide for the family, a lot of single mothers like my mom, brought up her 3 sons very much on her own. And today, on Father's Day, after talking to our grand upline Dato Sri Vijay today, Japadas Bismarck, I realized one word which sometimes doesn't make much sense to apply to network marketing, okay? So, firstly, Assalamualaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Privyet to everyone from the Russian-speaking region. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour to the French-speaking countries. Namaste, Vanakkam, Aibowan. Apa kabar? Xin chào, Mekalawa, Ni hao ma, Viget, Salam, Marhaba, okay, Hola, every greeting potentially, Komusta to the Philippines, alright, all my greetings to everyone around the world. And today I want to talk about responsibility, because a lot of people fail to see this in network marketing. A lot of people think network marketing is about getting the BVs, it's about getting the checks. And I think it is. But I think the biggest difference about our form of entrepreneurship as networkers compared to the traditional form of entrepreneurship, with all these guys, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all the big names, Jack Ma, Mark Zuckerberg, you talk about all these people, they're selling something. All right, they're selling something, and the minute they sell it, the deal is finished. It's a concluded contract, if I'm saying it correctly. But network marketing, the concept is very different, guys. Network marketing, getting the person to sign up, getting the person to buy the product is the least important thing. I know it doesn't make sense, but listen very carefully. You are concluding the transaction. You have signed up thousands of people who did nothing after buying the product. Doesn't mean they became your business partner. Doesn't mean they became a networker. They basically just bought the product. Alright? But Dato Sri Vijay from day one taught me something very different. He said the role of an upline, the role of a networker only begins after the sign up. Because before the sign up, you are a salesman or saleswoman. You were closing the deal. And I loved that part of the journey. I love sitting down in a coffee shop, in a living room somewhere, or in a stand-up on stage in a group mass presentation. But that's you being a salesman. That's you selling the concept, the opportunity, the product. Now, we are not just salesmen and saleswomen. We are networkers. We are uplines. And Dato Sri Vijay says, anyone can sell, but it takes a great person to be a great networker. And today I want you to understand the difference. All right? Having the skill just to sell doesn't make you a great networker. A networker is like a father. All right? You see, having a family, all right, without going into details, okay, having a family is easy. Get married, boom, have kids. Kalas, finish. But what you fail to understand, your true responsibility as a parent, as a father, as a mother, truly begins after the baby is born. And this is a responsibility for life. So to all the fathers here, no matter how, grown up your kids are, even if you have daughters and they get married and they leave your home, you never stop being a father. You never stop being a mother. Do you realize that? Right? And one day, inshallah, you become a grandfather or grandmother. And this is a value system that I took a long time to click. Because like you, when I started my journey of networking in 1998, I just wanted to sell. All right, get the sale, get the BV, get the BV, get the BV, get the BV. We used to call it UVs, right, last time. All right, get the UV, get the UV, get the UV, get the UV. All right, and that's all I was focused on. So I was a crazy, effective, damn good salesman. All right, and I sold, and you could actually get respectable checks by just being a great salesman or saleswoman. $2,000, $5,000, especially if you're promoting 5,000 BV, 3,000 BV on your own. Every week you could get a respectable check just by selling the product, selling the opportunity, sharing the vision of our great founders, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. But you will never be able to sit on a beach one day, playing with your kids and earning consistent, passive, residual income. That's not going to happen. If you want that to happen, then you have to change from a salesman to a saleswoman. You have to change to a networker, to an upline. Now here is the key word called responsibility, which a lot of people don't like, because I think for some reason human nature is weird that we all shirk away from responsibility, all right, until we are forced into that situation, especially through parenting. All right, you can never escape your children. You brought them into this world. You are responsible to take them to a certain point of their journey. All right, but networkers, your responsibility as an upline, as a networker, as an entrepreneur begins after the sign up. So now imagine, up to the point of signing the person up, you just have to be an amazing saleswoman, an amazing salesman. Sell, 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 sell. Presentación, presentación, presentación. Close. Get the BV. Put it into your tree. Get paid. But if you are watching me today on Instagram Live on week 25, and if you are not here for short-term gain, because there are morons who come into QNet and sell just to make a fast buck. They spoil the name of the company, they lie, they cheat, they overpromise, they abuse a fantastic opportunity created by our great founders 24 years ago. Still, they made some money, I guess. All right? But they can never sustain it. They can never reach financial freedom. So if you are here for a short-term journey, if you are here to get rich quick, all right? When I mean rich, not financial freedom, make a couple of $1,000, make $5,000 maybe, then just be a great salesman and a saleswoman. You can still ultimately make money from QNet. I've seen morons with not an ounce of long-term thinking still make money from QNet, at least for a few months, even a year. But if you are here for long-term journey, if you are here for this consistent max out journey, if you are here to leave a legacy, if you are building something for your kids and your grandchildren, if you are here to treat this business as a serious opportunity of entrepreneurship to earn some serious long-term consistent income and help others achieve financial freedom and build not just a short-term business but a long-term business empire, then you got to think like a father. That QNet is not a date, QNet is marriage. You take the vow, all right? You put the ring on the finger, the QNet. This is a till death to us part, all right? To better or worse, to sickness and health, everything, through crisis, through disappointment, all right, where your expectations are not met, you stay married to QNet, because this journey with QNet is a lifelong marriage. And every downline you have, ultimately, are your children. I know this is a profound statement coming from me, all right, but seriously, that's how Dato Sri Vijay and Japa look at us. And that's why their commitment towards us is so strong. That's why they come up on stage every week and share about life and how you can be a better person and not necessarily talk about network marketing at all. Because they believe from 1998 until now, they have millions of kids all over the world, from every race, every religion, every nationality, who they try their best to treat equally and to support equally. All right? And I feel the same way, that every one of my downlines, all of you around the world, I know some of you are older and you're not kids anymore, but I feel that you're kids. Remember I said, you have to grow, but not necessarily grow up. Keep the child within alive. That's how you conquer the world, guys. All right? And I believe the greatest lesson I learned from our great founders, especially Dato Sri Vijay, is this concept of responsibility. That when you bring somebody into your network, whoever it may be, right, you are responsible for them. You made promises, expressly or indirectly, about them achieving their dreams, about you being with them throughout their journey, holding their hand. Now you may say, but Chief, some of these morons don't even listen to me, they are lazy, they are unproductive, they quit. Doesn't matter. I'm not talking about those who quit. I'm not talking about the full cups who refuse to change or listen. I'm talking about the guys who remain loyal to you. I'm talking about the guys right now in your organization who are still building, who still have faith in you, in the system, in QNet, in the V, in the founders. People who may not have earned even their first check, but still staying strong, still staying committed, still, building and doing the presentation without fail. All right, getting rejected, but still staying switched on. These are the people you have a responsibility to. Now, somebody asked me, Chief, you always say you don't sleep, you're on calls, you're on WhatsApp the whole night, and 24 years, guys. I've never slept the way other people sleep. I've never taken a holiday except for, I think, 5 days, 4 nights, all right, on my honeymoon to a beautiful city in Italy, all right. Beyond that, I take my responsibility very seriously. Now, do you see this role as an upline, as a referrer, as a networker, a role that comes with humongous responsibility? Because you see, the person you're signing up, whether it's your hot zone, warm zone, cold zone, they have no freaking idea what network marketing is about. Now, they will decide to quit. Your job is to convince them not to quit before they hit that amazing achievement. Your duty is to be there for them, regardless, all right, their level of commitment, their level of dedication. Nobody's going to meet your expectation. Even our kids don't meet our expectation. But that doesn't mean we relinquish our responsibility as mother or father. So today, all of you, if you have one downline or 100,000 downlines, you're ultimately a mom or a dad to these people. In the area of network marketing, they are completely, absolutely dependent on you. And they come in exactly like your baby. Right? You got to feed them. They cannot feed themselves. So you got to do the 8 basic building blocks. You got to educate them on all this amazing information about QNet. You got to explain to them what network marketing is. And then, all right, when your kid starts to walk for the first time, you just don't tell them, stand, walk. You hold their hand. Do you remember? Dads, to all the fathers who are watching me today, you hold their hand. Do you realize that? And you are so afraid to let go that they might fall. And you hold their hand. And you walk by their side. Alright? To let them learn, alright, the confidence that they need to walk. It's the same as a father. Same role as an upline. And you hold them. And they walk. And it may take weeks before they have the confidence to walk on their own. But even if they're walking on their own for the first time, you're standing exactly, a few inches away from them with your hand freely there so they can grab it whenever they need. And you stand by them and you watch them run and walk for the first time. And it blows your mind, but you're still there. You never abandon them. You don't let them run on the street when they're 2 years old. You're still there every step of the way. And the patience of the mothers to teach them the A, B, C, right? Things that we take for granted today. But remember, that was the foundation for you to be able to speak today in whatever language. There is an ABC. But think of the patience that a mother has sitting with the child with that book and flipping every page and showing A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. Alright? And that same patience is required with your new sign up because they're just a baby in network marketing, in the journey of entrepreneurship. But a lot of uplines get frustrated. They take the ABC book, they throw it at their downlines and they study on your own and immediately start presentation. Even the first few days of school, parents follow their kids, and they sit outside and they wait. Now that same principle of duty and responsibility applies in our journey as networkers. You need to understand that every one of your downlines are ultimately your kids. And you are the parent. And as a parent, it's full of responsibility and accountability and duty towards them. You never abandon them. Even when your kids become teenagers and they become a little bit arrogant. Have you seen this? Even you and me sometimes with our parents. Alright? They become arrogant and they think they know more than you. And they start to defy you. And they start to disobey you. They start to express some level of ego, alright, towards you. But do you abandon them? Or do you stay with them and try to correct them and try to teach them, right? Force them to empty their cup, sit by their side. Now, I've been a networker for 24 years, right? And as your upline, let me tell you, right? All the little babies that join us from 1998, many of them, I've been their upline when they grew to become an arrogant teenager, when they believe that they are successful on their own. This is a great danger in network marketing. And yes, somehow or another, me, Dato' Japa, have our style of correcting the arrogant, full cup teenagers. And sometimes you need to give a little bit of a wake-up call, a little slap on the wrist, so that they understand that they haven't grown up yet. Alright? Because it takes time for a networker to grow up. And the whole time, you have to remember your duty and responsibility towards your organization. You cannot abandon them. You be there. Not everyone is going to hold your hand and sing Kumbaya. Not everyone is going to worship the ground you walk on and say that you are the greatest upline. I will empty my cup and surrender and listen to you. They have opinions. They may choose not to listen to you. Alright? And then they will start earning their own checks. And their checks will grow. And the danger with the growth of checks for people who are not ready, they become arrogant as their checks grow bigger. This is a very fundamental rule that I have seen and realized over 24 years. But like children, I pray that they don't forget who their mom and dad is. I pray that they will face a challenge and then they may appreciate their parents more. Because if all of you realize this, sometimes we take our parents for granted until something happens. And then suddenly we realize that we've been arrogant, unappreciative, ungrateful for the ones who brought us up. Whether it's our dad, whether it's our mom, whether it's both. And then one day, when the parents are no longer as round as much as you want them, you regret your arrogance. You regret the lack of humility and love that you should have expressed but you did not. Just remember, each one of you there, when you signed up, all of you watching, whether you are V Partner, AVP, V Council, V Elite Leader, or you just signed up yesterday, when you signed up, you were a baby. Don't forget who brought you up. Never forget. Right? Never think you are smarter than your parents. Never think that you know more than your parents. Never think at any point where you don't need your parents anymore. Because one day they might be gone. And then you will realize how valuable of a role they play in your life, regardless what your check is. And if you are a max out king or queen, I believe that's when you really need mommy and daddy. Because I've seen a lot of max out kings and queens who've forgotten mommy and daddy, who self-destruct. So this is your chief, reminding you that you are moms, you are dads. You have moms and dads also. In this business, in this journey with us, as networkers. Don't forget them. Don't ignore them. Don't show them your arrogance. Shut up, listen and do. They brought you into this world. They brought you up. They taught you everything you know today. Now you have to play your role as a parent to your downlines. You got to take it with full responsibility, patience, unconditional love. Alright? You got to train, teach. Alright? They may not listen to you. Doesn't matter. You nag and nag and nag. Like Dato Sri Vijay says, a networker has to learn how to nag and nag and nag. People may not listen to you. I have repeated my messages over and over again, whether it's presentation, whether it's TAT, whether it's consistency. All right, I have repeated my messages for 24 years. Some listen, some don't. So what? Eventually, everyone will listen and realize. That's what parents do. We nag. All right, sometimes our kids disrespect us. I think that's part of parenting. So guys, on Father's Day, be a great father. Be a good father. But most important, be a responsible father. Be a father who understands that the day the child is born, all the choices of your life vanish. You now have a duty. So the day you signed up your first prospect, whether you have 1 downlines, 20 downlines, 100 downlines, doesn't matter. You have a responsibility towards them. Don't let them down. Be there for them. Their darkest hour, their brightest day. Just be there. The greatest upline is the upline who is there, who's present, who's available, who understands his or her sense of duty towards his or her organization. So this is your chief, wishing all the dads, all the papas, all right, all the apus, all right, or abus, I don't know what else term there is for dad. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for the sacrifices you make every day. Thank you for providing, being the pillar of strength, being the protector of your family, right? Being that warrior who leads by example. Thank you for being responsible. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday message. VCon, October 7. VCon is home. That's about it. It's a place where you come home to meet your parents, Japadas Bismarck and Dato Sri Vijay Ishwin. It's not an event. It's home. That's why Dato Sri Vijay always says on day one, Japa, me, we always say, welcome home. So once a year, twice a year, you have to go back home and meet your parents to remind yourself where you came from, to remind yourself the family you belong to. That's ultimately what VCon is. Same with our personal lives. Once or twice a year, no matter how successful you have become, no matter whether you are now in the States or in UK or Europe or living in the city, you go back home. You go back to your village. You go back to your hometown. You go and pay respect and show your gratitude to your parents and spend time back in your village or your hometown to remind yourself where you came from, to remind ourselves who truly made it possible for us to be where we are today. So I want to see you beautiful, beautiful morons, all of you, at this VCon, October 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I love you guys. Welcome to week 25. And I'll see you on my Wednesday message. Happy Father's Day.